Why is it that some individuals seem to handle their objectives and responsibilities with such ease, while others find it a bit difficult to meet their everyday obligations? It's probably untrue, despite the fact that we frequently credit such productivity to a greater work ethic or even a superhuman ability to handle overwhelm. Rather, the mechanisms they've purposely put in place may be the reason for their exceptional achievement in life. Systems-based productivity is more than just a catchphrase. It's a revolutionary strategy that has the power to completely change the way we attain success and efficiency. Ben Meir, a writer and thought leader on the nexus of technology, conscious living, and systems thinking. Ben Meir, a writer and thought leader on the nexus of technology, conscious living, and systems thinking. Ben, as the systems guy, is a well-known authority on productivity and, of course, personal growth. Ben's first interest in system-based productivity sprang from an encounter he had while finishing his MBA at Cornell. One of his lecturers mentioned that an organization's processes make all the difference between a failing company and one that is extremely successful. These might be systems for a variety of tasks, including recruiting, selling, communicating, and so much more. Establishing and maintaining effective procedures may significantly raise a company's chances of success. Ben considered this observation and came to the conclusion that there was a similar distinction between those who were struggling and those who were successful. Why, he thought, couldn't people who were going through difficult times or hardship also use the ideas of systems thinking to their own life to achieve more repeatable, predictable outcomes? Even though he was still employed full-time at a renowned management consulting firm, Ben started using his personal development weekly, System Sunday, to share his insights and knowledge on productivity. He has gathered 1.6 million social media followers and over 265,000 newsletter subscribers in only 2 years. Without a doubt, he connected with audiences on a deep level and saw a need for something different from the plethora of self-help concepts that are now available to us. Ben has coached and educated audiences on a wide range of topics related to systems productivity, including a model he created called Tempo. So he was asked to explain this model's operation, its worth, and how to begin using it in practical situations. Hello everyone, I'm Christina B. Rising and welcome to the Perspective Plan Show, where I help you boost your productivity and stay organized so that you can easily handle whatever life throws at you. Perspective Plans with new videos and podcasts weekly. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/Perspective Plans for exclusive videos and more. Visit perspectiveplans.com for all of your planner and stationery needs. Only at Perspective Plans, helping you plan for what's to come. Tip 1. Determine your tempo to get significantly higher performance. The 5 aspects of productivity are represented by the acronym TEMPO, which stands for time, energy, mindset, proficiency, and of course, operation. To put it another way, T stands for scheduling time to do the things. E for having the energy to do them. M for having the mindset and drive to do the right things and overcome procrastination. P for those right things efficiently. And O for finding the right things quickly when you need them. Ben claims that rather than being the sum of the 5 tempo dimensions, our productivity is a result of them. Any of these categories with a low score may cause your productive performance to truly suffer. He said that the rule of multiplying by 0 tells the result of system neglect. Any number multiplied by 0 equals 0, regardless of its size. In a similar vein, every individual multiplied by a 0 in another system, like attitude, regardless of how powerful that particular system, like proficiency or skill, is still going to equal 0. Because of this, an all-encompassing systems-based approach to productivity makes sure that everything we do complements each other. Another quote by Ben: maybe you only slept for these 3 hours in the previous night because you binge-watched the 3rd season of Succession, lack of energy management, but you time-boxed your morning calendar for deep work, which of course is time management. While it is certainly enjoyable, being sleep-deprived is a surefire way to be unproductive. Stated differently, what use is time if you lack the energy to accomplish your goals and live the life you truly want? Tip 2. How productivity is accelerated by mastering certain tasks. Ben's tempo model designates proficiency as the P dimension, denoting the ability to connect actions with accuracy. Your ability to create value will increase with skill level, making you more productive, quicker, and of course better. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe, as Abe Lincoln is credited by saying. It is obvious that honoring one's abilities and expertise will help one's axe. It's also surprisingly simple to find time to update your current talents and acquire new ones if you gradually carve out some time, possibly by removing it from non-learning pursuits like social networking, Netflix, and so much more. Ben recommends setting aside 30 minutes a day to read and, of course, an additional 30 minutes to practice what you've learned. Take an audiobook or even a podcast with you on your commute, for example. Next, make a list of the themes you learn and consider how you may use them in your business or even your personal life in a few notes to yourself. All it will take to get an advantage is a little reallocation of time to building your skill and knowledge portfolio. Tip 3, keeping your best speed during the race. We are all very literally running out of time in life. Thus, Ben observed, people associate productivity in life just with time management, which of course makes sense, since we think that maximizing your time is the key to getting more done. A lot of books, apps, and of course courses concentrate on time-saving techniques, like managing calendars, scheduling tasks more efficiently, and working more quickly overall. However, Ben also disclosed efficiency in managing time is essential, but it's not enough to simply achieve productivity. There are additional factors to consider, which means there are more chances to create systems that might increase production while requiring less work. To add to the advantages, integrating these aspects via a system can be more advantageous. A straightforward real-world example would be, if you had more energy at one moment than another, you may be more productive in less time. Consequently, you experience a compounding impact on your productivity that is superior to performing one or the other alone. When you consciously participate in an incredible exercise and/or eat properly to raise your energy before addressing your job, i.e. combining energy management with your time management. We are all racing toward the same finish line in this life, as Ben pointed out. It's about doing well in your race. And regrettably, burnout is a given if your whole attention is only on time management. To really increase your chances of succeeding, you must incorporate additional elements such as energy, mentality, and even skill optimization along your journey. That's where your tempo may be located. Tip 4, time and energy alignments, power. Perhaps at this point you've come to believe that integrating all 5 of tempo's components will lead to far greater success. How can you start using it in your daily life today? Ben proposes examining every dimension separately and, if feasible, stacking them with the other components. To match your most critical project, E, with your maximum level of energy, T, for instance, you might time block your schedule. This usually entails setting aside time for meetings or administrative tasks in the afternoon and in-depth work in the morning. Ben proposes to live by the maxim, manage in the afternoons and make in the mornings. He advises giving the system at least 25% leeway at the same time. This entails keeping time on your calendar free for reflection and even inaction. Thus, if you work 8 hours a day, at least 2 of those hours should be unoccupied. Making informed and creative judgments is at the heart of knowledge work. While a stroll outside may not seem like work, it's essential for creativity and, of course, problem solving. Expanding on the E, energy management. Acknowledge that energy is a finite resource, much like time. Furthermore, much as Peter Drucker famously observed that bottlenecks occur at the top of businesses for an individual, the bottleneck is their top, or their brain, and its state of health. Thus, it is just as important to adopt certain methods that improve our attention and brains as it is to maximize our time when working on a project. Ben gave some really great insightful advice, including drinking plenty of water like everyone else does, but having even a 2% dehydration might make it a bit difficult to think clearly. Another is to avoid a food coma throughout the day by adhering to the 80-20 rule, which is well known in Japan. Lastly, emphasize getting good sleep as a sign of strong work ethic. These routines are easy methods to generate energy, channel it, and enhance the benefits of time management for increased productivity all around. If you have tried bullet journaling, time blocking, or just plain old to-do lists but haven't found the right solution to manage your time, then it's time to try out the Hourly Planner Bundle. This is the ultimate planner with everything you need to manage your schedule and get things done today. Featuring 300 plus planner pages with and without sidebars, 100 plus event and holiday labels, and over 2,000 plus planner stickers in 14 unique colors. All this and more can be found in our Hourly Planner Bundle, available in 2 amazing color options at perspectiveplans.com. Paperback edition, now available at Amazon. Helping you plan for what's to come. 5. Overcoming procrastination with the appropriate attitude. You can think about automating duties so you don't have to rely on willpower to meet the mindset dimension. Automating personal financial tasks like as investing or paying payments is one example. Furthermore, it's critical to control any procrastination inclinations in situations when automation and delegation are not feasible. Ben typically sticks to 3 pointers that he has used to aid his clients. Begin with a purpose first. Delaying your exercise regimen. Find your why and use it to enter into a purpose-driven mentality. Examples of why include having the stamina to run around with your kids on the front yard, moving heavy baggage into the overhead bin, or even developing quiet confidence from a great body. Second, make your work more enjoyable. Ben has enjoyed breaking up his work into 25 on and 5-minute off sprints while using a Pomodoro timer. This strategy is particularly effective for those who enjoy challenges and of course are a bit competitive. Thirdly, remember that even when you're working hard on a project you're enthusiastic about, work is hard. Although it's common in the society to minimize hard labor, making difficult decisions ultimately results in a simpler experience. Treat your future self with kindness and, of course, grace. 6. A place for everything and everything in its place. The average American spends about 2.5 days per year searching for misplaced or even lost items. Ben mentioned this statistic. That's just the cost of looking, not accounting for the cost of task switching, getting back into flow after you lose something, and then returning to your work. For this reason, the 5th dimension of tempo relates to organization, because those who manage to lead organized lives will have avoided squandering many previous moments that could be leveraged in more productive, meaningful ways. Arguably, the most common opportunity to improve organization for personal development is in our digital lives. Ben recommends, for instance, optimizing personal knowledge management is a great way to start, such as capturing your ideas and even organizing files. Using tools like Evernote and even Notion are a great way to stay on top of your insights, both that you've come up with and that you learn from, to use in your future life and even work projects. Ben mentioned another valuable insight to the power of organization. A study done on children education found that heavily decorated and even cluttered classrooms are a bit distracting and can possibly hurt learning outcomes. Similarly, a cluttered workspace can lead to a cluttered mind. He suggests to his clients an idea borrowed by author Cal Newport. Consider a shutdown ritual at the end of the day. Spend a few minutes tidying up your desk, closing distracting tabs, and even setting up your future self for tomorrow's success. In his work as an executive coach to leaders across many global companies, he's given a front row seat to the habits of some of the world's most successful people. They, like all of us, at various times can appear calm and steady on the surface, while internally struggling to keep it all together. When they explore how to be more productive only from the lens of time efficiency, they eventually play a losing game, because optimizing tasks in the daily calendar do work to a degree. By engaging in more than just time to reflect their energy, their mindset, their proficiency, and their organization skills, provides a fighting chance to lessen the ever-growing burden of obligations that seem to plague today's working professional. They ultimately leverage the power of systems not just to be more efficient, but also to lead an increasingly fulfilled, balanced, and of course, enjoyable life. Share this awesome episode with someone you know who needs it to help them plan for what's to come. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I hate for you to miss the next episode. Now let's get into our recap. So let's do a quick recap just in case you missed a tip on our list. Tip 1, determining your tempo to get significantly higher performance. Tip 2, how productivity is accelerated by mastering certain tasks. Tip 3, keeping your best speed during the race. Tip 4, time and energy alignments, power. 5, overcoming procrastination with the appropriate attitude. And 6, a place for everything and everything in its place. It's not always that we need to do more, but rather that we need to focus on less. Nathan W. Morris. I just want to take a moment to thank our patrons and channel members. This episode would not be possible without your support. Thank you. And if you would like to support the show, visit patreon.com/perspective plans today. Thank you so much for stopping by and pressing play. I truly appreciate it. Let me know down below in the comments or your podcast review what tip you'll be using. Keep planning for what's to come, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.